Well, what I'd like to talk about today, first of all, I'd like to introduce this video, make an introductory question for my video. Okay, the introductory question is, do you like pickled eggs? And how long has pickled eggs been around? I googled it on Google, and it says pickled eggs has been around. And the farthest date I could find, you know, where it extended all the way back, pickled eggs, was in 1830s in England. In England, the country of England, Great Britain, but primarily in England, in the 1830s, they had a place called the public house. You know, in a public house, this place, it's kind of like a social club slash bar where businessmen and patrons would visit it after hours, after work, and primarily like public elected officials and businessmen would go to it after work, the public house in England. And that's as far as back I could date the pickles. When I Googled it, when I put it on Google and searched the history of pickled eggs, it said in 1830s they were served in a place called the public house in England. So there we have it. That's as far as back I could find the history on the pickled eggs. And I just bought on October 11th 2020, 2 days ago, and it was October 11th at night, about 10 p.m. I know it was about 9:30 p.m. I bought at Walmart a quart jar of pickled eggs, 32 ounces. They hold 20 small eggs. And here's the receipt, and today's the 13th. And guess what, my friends? I ate all 20 of them from October 11th to October 12th last night. In 24 hours, I ate 20 pickled eggs. That's how many goes in here, 20 small pickled eggs, Fisher's pickled eggs. Here's the receipt to prove it. It says pickled eggs, $6.98, Walmart. So I don't know if you can see it or not. Let me try to hold it straight. It's the second from the top line, pickled eggs underneath Walmart, the second long line. It says pickled eggs, 32 ounce, $6.98 at Walmart. Can you see it? I'm using my GoPro Hero 8 black camera, so I'm pretty sure you can see it. But anyway, in the last 2 weeks, I have ate 60 pickled eggs. I kid you not. You can call me a fart blossom special. 1 jar, 2 jars, and I'm saving these. These are thick plastic, beautiful jars. They make a good piggy bank or a good jar to put they're thick plastic with a red lid, and this Fisher pickled egg sticker peels right off very easily. So we've got 2, 3. But this is one I finished off in 24 hours. So in 2 weeks, I have consumed 60 pickled eggs. You can just call me Fart Blossom Special. And we was riding around last night, and I farted in the car, and it stunk like sewer. Well, I did one time, but then we drove by a sewer plant downtown Kingsport, which smelled even worse. But believe it or not, to have eaten 20 pickled eggs in 24 hours, I really didn't have that much gas. I mean, I guess they was pickled good. Had a little bit of gas. I farted a few times like. I love pickled eggs. How about you? As far as I could date them back, the furthest date when pickled eggs was first pickled, little history lesson, 1830s in England at a place called the public house. Now you know the rest of the story, and no, I'm not Paul Harvey. I'm the big O, keeping it real like the big O will. And guess what, people? Somebody made a comment on one of my videos last night. I think it was the Domino's. Let me see. It was the Domino's chicken, one of the Domino's chicken dinners I bought or whatever. They said, don't you got any teeth? These are my real teeth, and the bottom one are fake teeth. I've never done drugs. I've always brushed my teeth, flossed it, and they were making fun of me. Oh, don't you got any teeth? I guess I didn't put them in for the video. I don't care. You know, these cost $1,500. They're good. They're better than my real teeth. They stay in fine. I can talk well with them. So, the joke's on you. $1,500. All these are real. Teeth problems ran in my family. My mom had bad teeth. She had to have I think her uppers replaced. And my grandparents had, I guess it's genetic. And my son, he's like 28 and he's having problems with his upper teeth. So it runs in the family. I brushed them, I flossed them. So the question. I answered your question, smart aleck. These are fake, $1,500. Probably more than you have in your pocket. Anyway, 3 jars of pickled eggs. 60 pickled eggs in 2 weeks. You like pickled eggs, and so. And one thing I like to touch bases on. One of my favorite movies is Cool Hand Luke, which features Paul Newman, and that's where he goes to prison for cutting the heads off parking meters and taking the quarters out of them while he was drunk. I don't even think he was taking the quarters out of them. He wasn't. He was drunk, and he had a pair of bolt cutters, and he was cutting the heads off of parking meters. So they sent him to prison, and while he was in prison, they gave him a 2-year sentence, and he kept trying to escape and all this good stuff. But I won't go into the story too deep. But while he was in prison, they challenged him. People said, I bet you can't eat 50 pickled eggs. They boiled 50 pickled eggs, and he ate 50 pickled eggs. So what I might do, just to break Paul Newman's, of course, if it was a movie, he probably didn't truly eat pickled eggs. I will buy 3 of these and eat all 60 on camera. And that way I can say I beat Paul Newman. And you can say Big O truly ate 60 pickled eggs, in which I did truly eat 60 pickled eggs. I ate these in about 22 hours, 20 hours, less than 24 hours actually, 20 of them. I ate 60 in 2 weeks. This is your boy, the Big O. You like pickled eggs? I hope you had a wonderful day. Sonia's brother's in the hospital, so I was going to go out today and do a hiking video or go back to a park or whatever. But Sonia's brother's, my girlfriend's brother's in the hospital. He's got kidney failure and liver failure, and he's never drank a drop of alcohol in his life that I know of. So he doesn't drink, but it's probably from a lot of this new diabetes medicine causes problems with your liver and kidneys. So I take as little medicine as possible. I do. I only take blood thinners and blood pressure medicine. And I wouldn't take the blood thinners, but I got 2 blood clotting disorders, so I have to take it. Big O's out. Do you like pickled eggs? Have you ever know anybody to eat 60 pickled eggs in 2 weeks and ate 20 pickled eggs in 22 hours? I'm gonna do it I'm gonna buy 3 of these, and I'm gonna do it on this camera right here. I'm gonna eat all 3 of these at one time, so I can say I beat Paul Newman. And he ate 50 boiled eggs. I'm gonna eat 60 pickled eggs on camera, but I have ate them in 2 weeks. Now you know the story. Thanks for watching. If this is your first time watching the Big O Show, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And before I leave the show, I will say,
can you eat 60 pickled eggs in 2 weeks? Or can you eat 20 pickled eggs in 22 hours? It's the Big O Show. Oh yeah, pickled eggs, Mark Blossom special. Please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Your friend the Big O's out of here. I'll see you in the next video. Oh yeah, eat your pickled eggs.